later on as well. And another $1,000 here in about 4 or 5 minutes. 4:30 is going to be the second to last keyword of the day. So each and every one of these counts, but be a chance for you to go fuel yourself. Guardians are still at home. They're playing Progressive Field, about 10-day stretch. Got swept by the Red Sox here at home, but they get another crack at improving their standing, playing the Twins again. They were in Minneapolis. They took 2 or 3 up there. They've got a 5-game run with the Twins here because of a doubleheader tomorrow to make up for, I think, a rainout or something earlier in the season. So 7-10 tonight is the first of 5 against the Minnesota Twins. They leapfrogged the Guardians because of the weekend for the top in the division, but they're kind of neck and neck. So 7-10 tonight is your first pitch here on MMS. We'll get out of here around 6:30, and then 6:30 something or other is when that pregame coverage will begin. And then we'll have the second of 2 tomorrow here on MMS, a doubleheader. Then they'll play Wednesday and they'll play Thursday. So a lot of baseball still to be played. Summertime, that 2 weeks at home, boy, really carved out my June.
Mm-hmm.
It's like almost the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Holy Christ.
I haven't been on air
And then
since...
it's going to be December.
I haven't been on air since June 3rd.
Damn.
Like,
oh, yeah, you're on 3 weeks.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, June 2nd.
June 3rd was Friday.
We didn't do the show that
We
night.
didn't do, yeah.
And June 2nd.
I had to hit the road that night. Yeah. Thank you to Fuzzy Blumper, who's helping out on the video stream today at alancoxshow.com. I do appreciate the assistance.
When we started on their triggers. Whoa. Fuzzy Blumper.
People.
A lot to handle.
The Colorado Avalanche are your Stanley Cup champions if you were watching hockey last night.
Up it comes to the line. Colorado has won the Stanley Cup.
First time in about 20 years, I think.
Yeah,
Avalanche
they won in
is
2001.
Yeah, Avalanche has won 3 times. Yeah. 1996, 2001, and now 2022. They beat the Tampa Bay Lightning, who I think were the reigning champs.
Yeah, back-to-back.
Back-to-back
reigning
champs.
Made it to the final again and then lost.
Now, for whatever reason, ESPN thought it'd be a good idea to put a camera and a mic in the loser's tunnel. I don't know why, but it was a lot of bleeping after the Tampa Bay Lightning went back to the locker room.
Crowd now saluting the Lightning.
Yeah, they're slamming their sticks, they're cursing.
Yeah,
you know.
it's a bummer.
Yeah, you want to get that. I think they thought they had it. So
Well,
a lot
they
of
were down 3-2.
yeah,
So
a lot of Tampa fans, hockey fans, are upset. But there you go. You know, the hashtag for the Colorado team is Go Avs Go. They call them the Avs. For people who don't want to pronounce Avalanche.
they don't call them the Lanches?
Come on, Lancers.
Come on. Really, Kevin? You want it to be a Lanch party?
Is that better?
Is that better? Go Avs Go. And, of course, I'm so used to seeing Cavs that I misread it at first. But there you go. For our bureau chiefs in the great state of Colorado who might be hockey fans, I guess congratulations. Alan Cox Show After Hours line. You can always leave us a message there. It's 216-986-8903.
Hey guys, Albert here. Old man Grumpy Cox has struck again. Let's just go through some of his greatest hits before we get into the new one. Movies are too long. TV shows are too long. Food is not good. It needs to taste like cardboard. Disney's for kids. You know, yada, yada. You guys know the greatest hits. Newest one. Clothes shouldn't feel comfortable because I don't know why. They all are made from sweatpants material. That's amazing. That's great.
That's
Alan
progress.
said they look like dress pants, but they're made from sweatpants. Like, that's a terrible thing. Alan, I'd like to remind you of your one of your mantras. It's better to look good than feel good. So if it looks like dress pants and you look good, then by your logic, you should feel good. Now, I know you want to take your clothes and dip it into a batter of starch and then deep fry it so it can't bend at all, but the rest of us would like to have a little give in our clothes. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Love you.
No,
Bye.
yeah, love you too. No, he's proving my point for me. It's not that they look good, because if you get within 2 feet of somebody, you realize that their suit is made of sweatpant material. If you see them, that's the problem I have. If you see them across the room, you go, oh, but then you get up on them and you go, what do you wear? Are those fancy pajamas? What are you wearing? To a funeral, no less. It's always better to look good than to feel good, of course.
Did someone wear sweatpants to your dad's funeral?
No. I'm saying that they make, when I was preparing for the funeral, I had to buy a black suit.
Right.
I thought I had one. I have half a dozen suits. Didn't have a black suit.
There's stretchy ones, and he doesn't like that they're stretchy material.
They make them out. I think it's false advertising. They're like, hey,
Is it for the husky gentleman?
it's for whatever. I mean,
Well, there's stretchy ones that, but I
think
mean,
my question is, how
there are ones that
comfortable
look
do people
nice.
have to be? How comfortable do people have to be?
I mean, if you're paying top dollar for a suit, you probably want to be pretty comfortable.
But if you're paying top dollar for a suit, it's not gonna be sweatpant material. It's gonna be nice stuff.
well, then pay top dollar for your suit.
I did.
Just wear sweatpants.
I'm not gonna wear sweatpants at my dad's funeral.
He's not there. He doesn't know.
You don't care.
I'll be fine.
We did bury him in no shoes.
See?
This was actually a whole topic of conversation when we were kind of figuring things out, is my mom was really agonizing over. She said she didn't want to put him in a suit that he wore a lot. She
wanted to keep it?
She wanted to see him in something that he didn't wear that often, so that it didn't remind her too much of something that he, And then it became, should we put him in shoes? Which was a question I guess I had never considered.
Right.
I said no.
Doesn't
Because who
matter.
cares, right? And he'll be comfier. So no shoes, I think, is what she landed on. But there are all these little
What
things
about
that
socks?
you don't.
Did he have socks on, or is
He
just
had socks on. Yeah, had
open-toed?
socks on. We put him in clogs.
toes out? Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
Birkenstocks?
If you're doing an open casket, but the bottom half of the casket is closed, then you can put
No
them in
pants,
whatever.
right.
Yeah, no pants.
Boxers.
But just put them in like some Crocs or something. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we didn't consider that.
You can put them in genie shoes.
Was it the Catholic in them that he didn't want to be cremated?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Isn't that like then your soul can't go to heaven or something?
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, that's all made up anyway. But I mean,
Well, they believe it.
Well, they're
Yeah.
old school too, so it's
Right.
like I think the Catholic Church is fine with cremation now, but my mom wanted to be buried near my grandmother and near my mom's parents, so same cemetery, about 45 minutes outside the city. So it was like as a hall after the mass or whatever. So my mom bought the plots there. We determined the reason that week of that second week we were making all the preparations. The reason that it was so, I hesitate to. It doesn't rise to the level of frustrating, but it was just kind of more. We were scrambling because we had not realized that my parents had made no plans whatsoever
Welcome to the club.
for the eventuality of my dad. Yeah, but my dad had been sick for 14 years. Yeah. Your dad got COVID.
Right.
And, and I said this before while you were gone, but I just couldn't help but feel awful, even more awful for the people who lost somebody during COVID because they couldn't go see them. We got a week with my dad that we probably shouldn't have, 14 years and a week with him that we probably shouldn't have had. We were all with him when he died. It was a whole thing. And I just couldn't stop thinking about all these people who lost somebody during COVID.
And Alan's dad had a secret.
Oh, he had secret dentures that we didn't know about.
Oh.
So
Boring.
it was a big deal to us.
Yeah.
It was something. The whole time he was in there, he had no teeth. I was like,
Where's
what
his
the hell's
teeth?"
going on? Yeah.
Your mom knew though.
Mom was the only one who knew. Yeah.
Keeping his secret from the kids.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so nothing planned. So like my mom's buying their plots.
Yeah.
My sister and I went with her. We went out to like buy the plots like the week of the funeral, So.
You get cheaper if you.
It used to be,
buy
I guess.
2 for 1. Like
it used
the
to be
BOGO?
you could stack them, but I think in Illinois they don't do that anymore. There's some where they
stacking sounds.
used to stack, but they're in those huge concrete vaults, so they have to be like they're so heavy that it varies state to state. I don't know how they
Wait,
do it here.
so your
but-
dad got put in a mausoleum?
No. Your casket has to be in a concrete vault that's sealed. I don't know if this is true everywhere. It's the way it
think
is in
so.
Illinois. That seals the casket itself so that it doesn't.
Case of zombies.
Zombies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just science.
Yeah. But that's how I grew up I mean, again, Gwen said I don't think I'd been to a funeral until I was like 18 years old, until like grandparents started dying, because we were concerned about how Nora would deal with all this, and kind of gave her the option of being in there at the wake or not being in there at the wake, And I was like, I grew up going to funerals because people in my family die young. So it was like, I went to funerals my whole life. I was always at a funeral. Yeah. And so we were well versed in the whole casket vault thing. But yeah, the whole picking out the plots thing, because they give you this grid and they go, well, this one's free. This is where your mom is. This is where you'll be.
Right.
So
my dad's parents bought 4. So they bought 2 for themselves, 1 each. And
ahead of his death.
Ahead of his death. So this has been in like the 60s. And so then after that, it was like, so whichever 2 kids die first, you get these 2.
Really?
So they bought like a family. Yeah, seriously, they bought like
but
a
he was
family
cremated.
4-pack. Yeah, he was cremated. So we still buried him in the same plot. It just took up much less space. But yeah, they bought 4 at one time. So I don't know if that's just planning on their part, where they're like, all right, 1 for me, 1 for you, and then
how much
you
that
guys
cost
duke it
back
out.
then, back in the 60s?
Oh, I don't know.
They were like, it's $300.
If that, I don't know how much that stuff costs.
Let me give you some money here. It's $1,000. It's your second to last chance to score some of this today. You can go fuel yourself with $1,000. Listen closely and good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fuel yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword check at WMMS.com. That's check. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
Let me go to Denny, who's out in Canton. What's going on, Denny?
Hey, Alan. Happy Monday.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. Again, sorry for your loss.
Thanks.
Of your dad.
Thank you.
And Mary, love that you're back.
Thank you.
Just real quick, went to the Cuyahoga Falls over the weekend on Saturday. Got to see Don Jamieson and Mark Riccadonna for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome. It was a Saturday show, the early one, and there were 24 people there.
Mm-hmm.
And Don's like, so this is what my career has come to.
Hey, he's usually playing backyards. That's pretty. At least he's in a covered structure.
Right. So after the show, we bought some merch. My wife and I approached Don, and we're like, well, you were on Alan's show. You said that a 6-pack and a hander would get you a show in the backyard. My wife is willing to do more than that, and a 12-pack. And he says, I am Don Jamieson, and I agree to those terms.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm sure your wife was pleased as punch when she got back from the ladies' room.
Yes, but Mary, good to have you back.
Thanks.
Sorry I'm loving the stories, but I'll let you guys go, and I'm glad you're back.
All right. Thank you, Denny. There's Denny in Canton. Mike is also in Canton. What's going on, Mike?
Hey, Alan. I'd like to extend my condolences, first of all.
Thanks.
But, hey, I got to say, we were up in the Bay Saturday, and we left in the evening. We were visiting. And,
Wait, say again? What was the first part?
We were up in the Bay on Saturday.
Up in the Bay?
Putin
Okay.
Bay, maybe?
Putin Bay?
The Bay. That's what we call it, Bay Village.
Oh,
Bay Village. Oh, yeah, we don't call it the Bay, I don't think. I've never heard that.
You don't call it the Bay?
No. What's up? Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, I got to give you a shout. I guess we saw a boatload of luminaries, those bags with candles in them.
Yeah.
All lit up.
Yeah.
And, we stopped a neighbor and said, what's going on? And they explained how some young boy, something passed away. And
Yes.
I just thought that was really cool. I mean, if you could say that, about how the community came together and supported that,
Yeah, no, the word went out that there was a 10-year-old son of somebody that a lot of people know who had passed away from cancer. And so word got out that they did some kind of luminary thing or,
Yeah, so that was neat. I mean, like I said, it's hard to say it's neat, but...
Wait, Mike, you stopped at someone's house and asked them what was up?
Well, yeah, they were about putting the luminaries.
Oh, they were putting them out. I see.
Putting them out, so we stopped. And I gotta tell you,
Mike's like, hey, what's up? Hey, what's all this? Hey, I got some old lunch bags and candles in my trunk. Can I get in on this?
Yeah. I always bust my wife's chops a little bit. We saw you out working. I said, I'm going to stop and say hi. He said, don't you dare.
Yeah, well, it happens all the time when I'm out there on my camera,
Hey, like the show.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah. That's how it goes down. Somebody's in my neck of the woods.
Welcome to the Bay.
In the Bay.
In the Bay.
Thanks for coming through the Bay.
Just doing some yard work in the Bay. Hey, David.
Hey, Alan, how you doing?
What's up?
Not much. Sorry about your loss.
Thank you, sir.
You were talking about not knowing that your dad had dentures.
Yeah.
I lost my dad back in '97. He was 59. They found out he had cancer, and a year and a half later, we lost him. But growing up, he'd had dentures all. I'll be 57, so this was years ago. But the door would be cracked. You're just a little kid. You're going to go see your dad in there. He'd just kick that door shut right on you.
Yeah.
And the whole thing was he'd be in there washing his dentures, brushing his dentures.
Well, you got to wash them.
Wash your dentures.
Wash them, brush them, however you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would he was always just conscientious about them. I mean, just until the day he died. You just never seen him without them. And that was hard for him when he was in the hospital all that time when they had him out. But anyhow, that's just my dad with dentures, not knowing it for a long time story.
Yeah. Thank you, David.
Well, dentures that are like dishwasher safe.
My dad got his like 5 years ago, so he waited until he was, 72 to get them, I guess. But dishwasher safe dentures.
Would you even want to use the rest of those plates?
Wash the poly grip right off.
What do you use? You put silverware in there. That goes in your mouth.
But it's not, I guess. But it's not your mouth.
All the
Your
food
whole
particles are blowing around the...
Yeah,
you give them a
bacteria.
rinse. You rinse them off before you put them in
Put them in that barbicide or whatever you drop them in.
Or run them in by themselves. I don't know.
Just clean them with a toothbrush.
You can put
Not that
dildos
long.
in there.
That's
so
what I'm
why
saying.
can't
Don't
you...
use that. Don't do that.
Put your dentures in with your dildos. That's the new Don Jamieson album. Dildos and dentures. Let me take a break here. If you want to text for anything, 35192. You can leave us messages and listen anywhere on the iHeartRadio app.